Another game to review. This has been a loss. As you can see, almost 85% accuracy for me, but the opponent played very well, almost 89% accuracy. So let's see what happened in this game. I play with white. I start as usual with d4, d5, c4, c6. This is the love defense. Knight in c3, knight in f6, knight in f3, pawn in e6, bishop in g5, pinning the knight to the queen, bishop in e7, pawn in e3, and knight in d7, bishop in d3, castle. This is all theory, and here probably the theory says that I need to castle, and instead I capture the d pawn with the c pawn. Black captures with the knight, bishop takes, here queen takes, knight takes, black takes with the e-pawn, and I develop my queen on c2, pointing at h6. Knight in f6, knight in g5, queen in b4 check. And here probably the best idea is to try to exchange the queens, so that after this there is this, and the position is completely equal, and we can play. And instead I decided to step aside with the king in f1, and see what happens. As you can see, the position is still equal, minus 0.25, and here black plays pawn in g6. I attack the queen with pawn in a3. The queen goes back to e7, and I start to push my h-pawn, so h4. Rook in e8, rook in e1. Probably here the best idea was to activate my my g-pawn. Knight in e4, a nice outpost, attacking my my knight and blocking the battery of bishop and queen. Here I decided to take with I decided to take with I don't remember why. For sure, I thought that in this position the knight could be more helpful. Here the best idea was to play this one, and after this take. Okay, this is blocking the pawn. Not clear. However, queen in c5, queen takes, I take back with the pawn, and now the position is better for black, minus 1.15, but I quite like it because we have 3 pawns each on queen side, and we have 4 pawns each on the king side. My knight is active. It can go it can be trapped, but it can go it can escape from that position. So let's see. Okay, pawn in f6 kicking my knight. The knight can go back. Here the bishop is protecting the pawn. I don't see why. I reroute my knight in f4. The king goes in g7. I push the pawn. I push the pawn again with check. The king moves to in f7. Here I take the open file with the rook. Black puts the rook on d8, asking for a trade. I move my king in e2. Now the two rooks are connected. Pawn in g5 attacking my knight that has to move. I move it in h5, and instead the best idea was to capture, and then here, and after this, okay, attacking the bishop. Take. Wasn't better to play this one? Okay. Take. After this, here. Take. I take this. This position is basically lost. This and this. Okay, go back. This knight is not doing anything useful here. Here. Okay, because if this, then this, and this, no, this, sorry, this one. Okay, so knight in h5. This is a skewer, but I can play pawn in f3, pawn takes with check, pawn takes, attacking the bishop, that captures the knight. If this, okay. Okay, now I see because it was better. And instead he played this, so that now I can play this one. Yes, this was better because it black takes a pawn. This position is not lost but difficult to play. Evaluation bar says minus 1.2, but that pawn is lost because my rook has to be there. And I don't see a clear way to win. Pawn in a5, I attack the rook has to move. I get closer with the king, and instead the idea was to infiltrate with the rook. This, and here go back. Now here, so that king takes, I take. However, pawn takes, I take, rook back on the 8th rank, g1, it's an inaccuracy, it's an error. Probably here the idea was to do something like that, but that doesn't make sense. Yeah. I take with check, black takes. Now I have a passed pawn, but black has two passed pawn as well on the king side. Check, king moves, and I try to restrict the mobility of the black's king with my king. Now, what? Here I went in c4 to avoid that the rook takes my pawn in b4, and instead the best move was to play this one. And after this, this, I guess this one. No, this one was the best. And after this, I go. No. What's the best move here? This one? No, doesn't make sense. Here. 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 Check. It's game over. It's game over. I can't win this game. Okay, check my... No? Okay. Okay. And those two pawns can be stopped, I see. So h5, I'm quite desperate now. Rook in f1, rook in a2. I push that pawn, rooks goes behind that pawn, check, the king moves. I'm threatening to capture with check the g5 pawn, so I can again king gets closer. Check, we repeat that move. Now check with the rook in e4. I move the king. Here the best move was to go here, so that after this, I guess there is this one. The rook has to go here. I can get closer with the king. Okay, now here. This. This. This is equal. This. I can get also this pawn. Okay. However, g4, I take this pawn. Now rook takes. Rook defends. Here is game over. Here is game over. I trade rooks. I go to capture this passed pawn, but then no way I can stop that pawn, and I resign. I don't think there is too much to learn from this game in the sense that we played quite well. Some mistakes, but not big mistakes. I mean, if I lose playing like this, I'm happy. Of course, the problem is when I lose because of big blunders or big mistakes. But if I lose when I play with 85% accuracy and my opponent plays with 89% accuracy, I can be happy. So let's see you in the next video. Ciao ciao.